Nahum 1 verses 2 to 4 is a poetic declaration of God's character and power, serving as an introduction to the prophet Nahum's oracle against the Assyrian capital, Nineveh. Verse 2 establishes God as a jealous and avenging God. The jealousy here isn't a negative human emotion, but a zealous protection of his people and covenant. It signifies that God will not tolerate injustice or idolatry and will take vengeance on his adversaries. He is full of wrath against his enemies, which in this context are the cruel and oppressive Assyrians. Verse 3 presents a paradox of God's nature. He is slow to anger, but also great in power. This highlights his patience and long-suffering, which is why Nineveh was not judged immediately after their initial repentance in the time of Jonah. However, his power means that the wicked will by no means be acquitted or left unpunished. The verse uses powerful imagery, describing God's coming in a whirlwind and the storm, with clouds as the dust of his feet, to emphasize his unstoppable and overwhelming might. Verse 4 continues this majestic and terrifying portrayal of God's power over creation. He is shown rebuking and drying up the sea, making rivers run dry, and causing fertile lands to wither. This imagery demonstrates that the same God who controls the natural world has the power to bring about the destruction he has promised, leaving no doubt about the certainty of Nineveh's doom. For the people of Judah, who had been brutally oppressed by the Assyrian Empire, this passage was a message of comfort and hope. It assured them that God had not forgotten their suffering and that he would ultimately bring justice against their cruel oppressors. The prophecy affirmed that God, the sovereign ruler of all nations, would not allow arrogant empires built on violence and injustice to stand forever. It established that God's patience has its limits and that persistent wickedness will inevitably face his righteous and powerful judgment.